as promised in my previous declutter video, today I am at my boyfriend's house and I've got my makeup bag here, and I thought I would film this as like maybe an extra declutter video. This is the makeup bag that I have here. It's really quite big and actually holds quite a lot in there. So that's my selection of products in here. From my house, I brought this little bag. Basically, within the crate of products that I decluttered, I went through that and sort of sorted it out between what I was maybe tempted to keep and what could go. So in here are like my maybes. Basically, what I think I'm going to do is just go through here, see if there's anything here that I think I can declutter, sort of move that to one side, and then see if I can replace it with anything from this selection. I think that's what we're gonna try and do. So firstly, I'll just get these two out of the way. I just have a little compact mirror and then a pair of eyelash curlers from Tweezerman. Both of these are going to stay. Then I also have some cotton buds, which come in handy, and then a beauty blender as well, also staying. I've kind of categorized everything, and I think I'm going to empty out this as well, just so that I can sort of compare everything and to see what I think is worth, you know, switching and what isn't. Let's start with base products, I think. This is the selection that I have at the moment. This I'm going to keep. This is from NARS and it's the Sheer Radiant Booster. This is just really nice to sort of apply all over the face, and I think it just gives a nice healthy glow, so I will keep that. And then I've also got a mini of the Declutter Sun Kissed Cream. This is beautiful. It's only a mini size, but I do really enjoy it, so I will keep that as well. Then from It's Cosmetics, I have the CC Oil Free Matte CC cream. This is SPF 40. This is in the shade light medium. However, from my declutter, I think I had two of them basically, and I brought along the original version of this because admittedly I don't think the oil-free version really suits me, so I think I prefer the classic. So I thought I would bring this here. For the classic I use the shade light, but like if you look at them in the tube, I do think that the original looks darker than the oil-free version, so not too sure about that. But anyway, this one's light medium, this one's light. I'm going to keep the original, and I think I will declutter the oil-free version. Then from Peexo, I have this Vitamin C Brightening Perfector. I've used this a couple of times, but I just don't know if it's like my favourite product, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll put this in the maybe pile. Then I have two mini primers. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. It's like a primer and moisturizer hybrid, which I do really like. Then I also have the Bare Minerals Prime Time. This is like one of my fave primers. I don't have like a full size at the moment, but I have this mini and I do really like it, so again, a maybe. From home as well, I did actually bring two more primers. I brought the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer Oil Free, and then I also brought the Beauty Pie Wonder Filter Brightening Primer. So that's a lot of primers. Definitely will not need to keep all of them, especially because I have already kept that NARS like glowy primer as well, like kind of primer hybrid. So do you know what, I don't know what to do. I'm half tempted to keep absolutely everything. Even the Peexo one, I'm kind of like, should I keep that? Okay, I might keep the Peexo for a little while longer. I will also keep the Beauty Pie Wonder Filter here. I think the Hourglass can probably go, which then leaves me with the little minis. To be honest, primerizer, sorry, literally like up here, the camera's down here. Primerizer, I'm like halfway through, so I can probably finish this. So, or should I take it home and put it into like my travel makeup bag? and then primed. Okay, just because these are minis, I think they can probably go. I've left myself 2 full size, so these can go. Concealers next. The 2 that I have here are firstly my Lancome Tonti Doll Ultra Wear concealer. Really like this. I kind of wish I had this one at home, but just thinking back to my storage, I know it won't fit, so I will keep that here. And then I've also got a Bare Minerals Bare Pro in the shade Medium Neutral. This, oh my gosh, there's so much of this left. I think this is dark for me though, so maybe probably time for this one to go. I brought 3 concealers from home. This is the like original version of the Bare Minerals concealer, and I think I will keep this here because I do quite like it. It's still got product, so I may as well finish it. And then I brought these 2 from Benefit. They are the Buoying concealer. I have the shade number 2 and also the shade Can't Stop. I think number 2 will be too light for me because I use number 3 at home, so that can probably go. But then I've got this one, which is the shade Can't Stop. It's one of their newer shades, and maybe this will work. So maybe I'll keep this one here. I also found this Elemis Superfood Glow Priming Moisturizer. Another one of those products that I probably do not need, but I am going to keep it here because I specifically brought this one to use here. So I'm just going to pop it back in. The 2 powders that I have here are, this is a mini Nude by Nature. It is in the shade Translucent Loose Finishing Powder. There really isn't much in there, to be honest with you. So I think 1 or 2 more uses and then this will be decluttered. So I'll keep it for now and hopefully finish it up. I also have this Sculpted by Amy Connolly Velvet Veil. It's essentially the same thing, like a loose setting powder. I forgot I had this here, and so I actually brought along the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil in the translucent as well, but this one is obviously more of a powder. So I prefer a loose setting powder though, so I think I will keep the loose one and just declutter this one. I have 2 setting sprays here as well. I have this from MAC. It's the Classic Fix Plus. I don't think there's anything in there, so this can go. And then I have a big full size, the Professional Super Setter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. I don't think I've ever used this yet, so I will keep it here to try because I don't have another. I don't really know what to do next, but let's move to brows. Okay, so here what I'm keeping, the Bare Minerals 24-Hour Brow Setter, one of my fave products. Then I have a Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 5. Honestly, shade 5 is, I would say, too dark, but I don't know. Okay, I have to think about that. Then I've also got from Beauty Pie the Archology Eyebrow Sculpting Gel. This is in the shade Hot Coffee. And then I've got a clear version of the Bare Minerals Strength and Length. I'm going to keep this because I think it's a really good one. And then basically it's out of these 2. It's out of Benefit's Gimme Brow in number 5 or the Beauty Pie Arch product in Hot Coffee. I think that Hot Coffee is slightly lighter, so I'm tempted to keep Hot Coffee and Declutter Gimme Brow. Also tempted to keep both of them, but I realised that so far, as far as declutters go, this hasn't been a very successful one. Decided that I'm just going to keep both. Here I also had the Too Faced Pomade in a Pencil. I think I mentioned this already in my previous declutter, that I had this here, so this is staying. And then this is from Delilah, I believe, but literally any sort of packaging has completely rubbed off from this product. Oh, I've got a lot left in here. I thought this was nearly finished. It's not. It's a little bit light, to be honest. Oops. So unsure about that. Then I did also bring these 2 products from home. Oh, and this one actually. So 3 products from home. This is the Bravo Conditioning Primer from Benefit. Because this is brand new, like I've never used this, I think I'm actually going to like take this back and give it to someone else. And then this is the Brow Styler, which I have in the shade 5 if I'm not mistaken. I think that's why I ended up decluttering it. Yeah, it is the shade 5. And I just think shade 5 is too dark for me. But I think shade 5 is a better match than the other one. So maybe I will keep the Brow Styler, the Benefit one. And then I have this from Barry M. It's the Fix Me Up Brow Tamer. And this kind of is like one of those like eyebrow glues. And I thought because I don't have anything similar to this, that I would maybe try this one here. So I'm going to keep it. Which means these 2 are being decluttered. I I think next let's do mascaras. Even here I have such a big selection of mascaras, and remember with my like main declutter at home as well, I literally said mascaras I find so hard to part with, so here is another example. Not parting with the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. My fave, literally have one of these everywhere, so this is staying. Then from L'Oreal, I have Volume Million Lashes, like the original, and then the Black Noir as well. Honestly, neither of these are like that special in my opinion. Like, I don't find either of these that great, but I think this one's new. I think I've just opened this one now for the first time, so I will keep this one and use it for like lower lashes and that sort of thing. But this one, the Volume Million Lashes Black Noir, I've definitely had for a little while, so this can probably be decluttered. It's probably like past 3 months. And then I've got a Benefit They're Real Magnets mascara. People really love this mascara, but to be honest with you, it doesn't really do much for me, so I think I might declutter this. And to be honest, like, maybe same for this one from Lancome. This is the Lancome Hypnose L'Absolute Noir, and I used it over the weekend and I just didn't get much from it, you know. From home, I brought an additional 3 mascaras, so naturally I don't think I can justify keeping all of these mascaras here. I'm definitely going to keep the Too Faced Better Than Sex. This is the original version. At home, I kept the waterproof version, but I thought I would keep the original as well, so this one's staying. And then these were 2 that I actually really struggled with at home, and I think I ended up saying that I kept both of these, but in the end, I decluttered them, so good job me. They are both new mascaras, which is why sometimes that tempts me to declutter them because I know somebody else can use them, whereas these 2, they've obviously been used by me, so you know, it's a little bit harder. I have the Jones Road mascara and then also the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume. Admittedly, I would love to keep both of them, I can't lie, because I've not used them and I would like to try them, but as I said, I just think that because they're new, someone else can still use them, so it feels like a shame for me to keep them. And I think what I'll do is potentially keep the Jones Road one. I'm quite intrigued by this, and it's a brand I've not tried too much from, so I think I'll keep this one, and Laura Mercier can go to someone else. I'll quickly do lip products as well. I admittedly thought I had way more here. Can you believe that I have more mascaras than lip products at the moment? I'm definitely missing stuff because I had like a MAC Velvet Teddy here as well, but sometimes when I use them, then I put them in my bag, then they end up back in my house rather than here, so that's a bit annoying. But anyway, I have the Ruby Woo lip pencil, which is staying, alongside with the Ruby Woo lipstick. I mean, it's a classic from MAC, so of course keeping. And then I have the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner. This is like very well loved, so keeping that here. I've also got the Charlotte Tilbury Seduction lip gloss. Seems like by the end of this I'm going to need to bring over some more lip products because I really don't have many here, surprisingly. In my previous makeup declutter that I filmed at home, I didn't go through lipsticks or anything, so that's still a section that I need to go through, so maybe I'll do that next. And this is what I kept till last. It's basically like a bunch of palettes and things because I'm not entirely sure what I want to keep or declutter. Actually, first off, this is something that I brought from home. It's the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I don't have an eyeshadow primer here, so I brought this one. And then in terms of eyeshadows, I actually only have this palette. It's a Bare Minerals palette. It was a Christmas exclusive from like 2 years ago. I think I'm going to declutter it just because you can't get it anymore, and despite really liking it, like I do think it's really nice, just the fact you can't get it, it's quite chunky as well, so I think this one is time to go. And I don't really have anything similar apart from this Hourglass eyeshadow palette, which I decluttered from home, and I think I'm going to keep this one here. It's got a good selection of like neutral style shades, which are my kind of shades, so I think I will keep this. I've also got this palette from Benefit. It's their Earth Angel palette. I've not used this before, but I thought this could be quite a nice one to have here because it's got a Hoola bronzer, which I adore. It's also got a Honeymoon blush, cookie highlight, and then Georgia like blush colour as well. And I thought this worked really nice as a face palette, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. I have quite a lot of blush here. Well, 3, I guess that's not loads, but it's quite a lot. And I did actually also bring this one from home, so technically I have 4 here. Don't want to keep all 4 of them. One that I am going to keep is this from Hourglass. It's another one of the blush sticks, which I absolutely adore. At home I have 2 of them, and this is the shade Wonder, definitely keeping. Then I have 2 Pixie blush sticks. I have the On The Glow blush, which is more of like a orangey red shade. And then I also have this in the shade Fleur, which is a really nice like light pink. And I don't have too many like pastel pinks like this. Then from Stila, this is more of a cream blush, which is kind of like an orangey colour as well. They're actually all very different, to be honest. I think the most similar are actually the Stila and the Hourglass. And I love the Hourglass, so I think I will declutter the Stila. And between these two blush sticks, I've just opened up this from Benefit to see if any of them compare, and none of them are really that similar. So I think I might keep both of them. Definitely this Fleur one, because it's a really pretty like pale pink, which I don't have a lot of. And then it's just this, whether I think I will use it that much, because I do think it's more of a like summery kind of colour. This is a Bare Minerals highlighter. It's in the shade Free, and actually it's a mini of this. This is also shade Free by Bare Minerals. It's the one that I stubbed my finger in, annoyingly. But I guess I'm just going to declutter the small one and keep the full size. And finally, I have two bronzers. This is a NARS bronzer. This is in the shade Casino. I think NARS Casino is really popular, but I'm not too sure I love this. So I think I'm going to declutter this. Instead of that, I'm going to keep this Laura Mercier blush, which is really, really pretty. This is in the shade Bronze 03. And yeah, keep this. So this is what we're left with here. It may be more full, I can't lie to you. Like maybe instead of a declutter, we've actually done an add more, but I'm quite happy with it. It's nice to like refresh. So if anything, that's what we did. We did a bit of a spring refresher, and now I have a variety of different products here to use and test out whilst I'm at my boyfriend's. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up if you're excited for like spring cleaning and all my spring decluttering videos and so on. I'm hopefully going to film quite a lot of those over the spring months. I'm really excited about like just decluttering and like fresh starts and that for spring. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. A very big thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, all the usual things, and I will see you all soon. Bye.